I did a 10-day cruise around Japan during cherry blossom season on the MSC Bellissima, which can hold over 7,200 people. This massive ship has its own water park, Cirque du Soleil at sea shows, bowling alley, F1 simulators, basketball court, casino, indoor and outdoor swimming pools with hot tubs, a gym with exercise classes, an LED sky dome promenade, 10 restaurants, and 20 bars. I've done cruises on many different cruise lines, and I have to say I was very impressed with this ship and all of its amenities. This is my honest review of the MSC Bellissima. This modern marvel in the world of cruising was built in 2019. It has a maximum passenger capacity of 5,686 passengers and 1,536 crew members, making the total onboard capacity over 7,200 people. It has a total of 2,244 staterooms, with 64% of all staterooms featuring private balconies. This was my stateroom on the MSC Bellissima with a balcony. And this is the restroom. As you can see, it's pretty white, modern, and clean. And this is the vanity here, or workstation. This sofa is actually really large. I'm 6 feet tall, and I can actually lie down on this sofa with my legs straight. This is a closet with a lockbox. There's a good amount of room for your clothing. The bed here is actually 2 singles put together, so there's an indent in the middle, but that's pretty standard for most cruise lines. And then I have a little bit of an oversized balcony. Next up is the water park, which was located on deck 19. It had 3 different water slides, a splash zone featuring various water activities, and an 82-meter Himalayan bridge suspended above it, offering adventurous guests a chance to test their balance and enjoy panoramic views of the ship and sea. But it was way too cold in Japan for me to enjoy it. Next up is the Infinity Atrium, which is a ship's central gathering place. This multi-deck atrium features elegant lounges, bars, and is crowned by the iconic Swarovski Crystal staircases, which were stunningly beautiful. Each of the 96 steps is embedded with 61,000 Swarovski crystals and reflect light throughout the atrium. The Grand Canyon pool was a climate-controlled indoor pool area with 4 hot tubs located on 2 different levels. I was also really impressed with the different temperatures for the various hot tubs, which range from hot to super hot. And it was amazing to have this temperature-controlled indoor area since it was really cold outside. There was also a bar, as well as a ping pong table and foosball table for everyone to enjoy. This was the gym, which I try to use daily since health is wealth. It was super packed on sea days. And there were also exercise classes available like spinning, yoga, and Pilates. Next up is a Posidonia restaurant, which was one of the main dining venues. It had early and late seating. I didn't eat here much since it took too long to get the food, and in my opinion, the specialty dining restaurants had better quality food. This was the Butcher's Cut, which was one of the specialty dining restaurants. They had excellent steak and wine here. These were some of the shows that took place in the theater, and I think MSC did a great job with their shows and performers. This was the Sportsplex facility, designed to accommodate various sports activities, including basketball, tennis, volleyball, or soccer. Next up is a spa, and there was an additional charge for this if you want to use it. This is a main outdoor pool area with hot tubs and bars, but it was just too cold for me to enjoy. This is the outdoor running track. This is the arcade, which had video games, pinball machines, and virtual reality experiences. There are even more games here. I was really impressed with how MSC provided so many fun activities. This is the outdoor pool area, and in the background you can see the snow-capped mountains in northern Japan. For the chocolate lovers out there, this was the Chocolate Cafe, which offered different types of Jean Philippe handcrafted chocolates, pastries, desserts, and beverages. However, please note that there is an additional charge for all of this. This is the Aurea Spa, where you can be pampered at sea with massages, facials, and many other spa services. There is also a hair salon and barbershop in there where I got my haircut. This is a Galleria Bellissima, which is the longest LED dome at sea, which project incredibly beautiful and dynamic shows on the ceiling. This is one of the 20 bars on board the ship. I don't think I've ever been on a cruise with more than 20 bars, so you'll never really have to wait in line to get a drink. You can also go shopping at sea, since there's a variety of retail shops and brands you can choose from. This is the Sky Lounge, which is an elegant lounge offering panoramic sea views. It has live piano music and a wide variety of drinks. It's considered a late night venue and a great spot for evening relaxation or socializing with friends. This is a marketplace buffet which is included for everyone that's cruising. It's open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and there's a large variety of food options here from different cultures. If you want to eat quickly, I would highly recommend eating here since it's much faster compared to the specialty dining or main dining room restaurants. This is Kaito Teppenyaki, and it was my favorite specialty dining restaurant on the ship. The chef put on an amazing show while cooking a Japanese dinner, so it's a super fun and fulfilling experience. There's an additional charge for this, but it's well worth it in my opinion. Now let's talk about some of the pros and cons of the MSC Bellissima. Let's begin with the cons. The first con is that it was a super full ship. The ship was so packed and operating at 100% capacity with over 7,200 people on board. One of the reasons it was completely full was due to the 10-day itinerary around Japan during cherry blossom season. I bid the maximum amount possible to try to get an upgrade to a suite with a bid up program, but there was absolutely nothing available. There were super long lines and we had to get a number and queue with long waits to even get off the ship in some ports. The next con is going to be the expensive extras. MSC is really good at upselling and probably generates a lot of profit from additional expensive options like the alcohol and drink packages, specialty restaurants, laundry service, shore excursions, and more. The premium extra drink package I bought cost between $85 to $101 per day, depending on when you buy it and how long your sailing is. And the Wi-Fi is also very expensive. It costs approximately $21 to $35 per day per device, depending on when and how long you purchase it for. The next con is going to be the slow internet. The internet speed on cruise ships is usually super slow, and for this cruise, it was approximately 4 to 5 megabits per second. That's megabits, not megabytes. There are 8 megabits and 1 megabyte, so the speed isn't great, but you'll be able to browse the internet, post on social media, and check your emails no problem if you purchase an internet package. Just don't expect to be live streaming or be able to download videos quickly. Even uploading posts took a long time and didn't work depending on the time and location of where I was on the ship. The next con are the long queues. Getting off the ship had extremely long queues at some ports, and at the Kanazawa port, the Japanese immigration came on board the ship, and it literally took hours to go through immigration and get off the ship. Many of the passengers were extremely upset having to stand in line for hours to get off the ship, and this was probably the biggest con I experienced on this cruise. I especially felt bad for the older passengers. The next con is going to be the high passenger to crew ratio. The passenger to crew ratio is the number of passengers divided by the number of crew members. Lower ratios mean more personalized attention, faster service, cleaner environments, and faster response times. The MSC Bellissima had a 3.7 to 1 passenger to crew ratio, which isn't great. For example, when I left my food tray or drink glasses outside my stateroom, it would sometimes be sitting on the floor in the corridor the entire day. Most other cruise lines I've sailed with would have had it cleared very quickly. Here's a list of different cruise lines comparing their passenger to crew ratios, ranging from super high-end and ultra luxury to high-volume mass market. The next con is going to be no laundry room. The MSC Bellissima had no laundry rooms, so if you wanted to get your laundry done, you'd have to pay inflated prices per piece to get it done, similar to most hotels. Now let's talk about some of the pros of the MSC Bellissima. The first pro is that it's a large and modern ship. The MSC Bellissima can carry over 7,200 people. The ship was beautifully built with state-of-the-art technology, from the stabilizers that kept the ship stable to the super modern and beautiful design. Even the stairs in the Infinity Atrium were completely and beautifully decked out with Swarovski crystals. The next pro are going to be the many options and amenities. The MSC Bellissima had 20 bars, 10 restaurants, a water park, multiple show theaters, bowling alley, basketball court, casino, indoor and outdoor swimming pools with hot tubs, a gym with exercise classes, and a variety of shops. I was really impressed with the variety of options and amenities it had on board. The next pro is going to be the great service. Although the passenger to crew ratio was high at 3.7 to 1, the service was great for most of the crew members. I think MSC does a great job hiring and training their staff to exceed guest expectations and provides incredibly friendly and professional service. The next pro is going to be the food. The food on this cruise was okay in the buffet and general dining rooms, but I found the quality to be much better in the specialty restaurants. The next pro is going to be the entertainment and fun shows. Most of the shows on this cruise were great compared to most other cruise lines I've sailed on, and the performers were well trained and talented. They also had a show called Suite, which cost an extra $12 to $18 per person, depending on when you purchase it. The next pro is going to be the excellent itinerary. Japan is one of the most sought-after travel destinations in the world, and doing a 10-day cruise all around Japan, hitting different cities during cherry blossom season was a dream vacation. Overall, I would rate the MSC Bellissima a solid 8.5 out of 10, and even higher if it's not sailing at full capacity. If you want to learn more free travel tips, as well as get my honest reviews to some of the world's best destinations, like and subscribe to my channel so you get my new videos. Thanks for watching.